Hi, I've got a question for you. What do you think about when you imagine your own death? Frightening. It's morbid, right? I remember I had this very profound, sentimental conversation with a friend about death. We just finished grabbing a bite, and we were strolling past a cemetery, and when he stopped, suddenly he was inspired by, when he stopped, suddenly inspired by rows of silent graves. And he asked me, he felt inspired to share his wisdom. Bro started preaching, right? He wanted to share his ideas about mortality. So he asked me, hey, yo, Castro, do you know this is one of the richest places on earth? It's the place where many great ideas die. Plenty of unrealized potential lives right here. I often come out here to get inspired by these graves. Life is so fleeting, man, and unpredictable. One of these graves could have been, and someday will be, any of us. His words hit like a punch to the gut. They were very sharp, very sharp. So I was caught off guard by this. I asked him a question. I was very shocked. So I was curious. I asked him, yo, do you often think about your death? And he said, yeah. So I asked him, how would you like to be remembered when you pass away? And he said, I don't really give a fuck, bro. And I was taken aback by that response. It was a bit shocking to me, because I couldn't even imagine what he meant by that. So I asked him, you don't care what people think of you after you're gone? Like, what about the grief? What about the grief and sorrow you're going to cause the people you love, the people you're going to leave behind, the pain for the people who love you? Doesn't that matter? And he said, I still don't care, man. I'd be dead. Nothing a dead man can do. Life goes on, as always. So at first I thought, wow, my friend was just being callous. He's just being nonchalant. That's irresponsible. It's not even humanly possible to think that way. What do you mean by you don't care about that? You don't care about what people who love you are going to think about when you're gone, and you don't care about the pain you're going to cause them. But I found something deeply peaceful in his perspective. If death is the ultimate inescapable destiny of all living things and nothing matters to a dead man, then life is just ultimately a journey towards eternal rest. It's just a journey towards perpetual peace, perpetual equanimity, right? When we die, we're gone forever. No more struggles, no more pain, no more joy, and no more love, and no more positive experience, and all the things you would typically miss about existence. And it's also the ultimate return to nothingness, whatever that even means. I think that the closest I have ever come to that kind of state, that state of nothingness, is when I was doing a colonoscopy back in 2019. I was administered some anesthesia, and I experienced pure tranquility. It was the best feeling I had ever experienced. Zero consciousness. There was no stress. There's nothing to worry about. Not even sure if I was thinking. Just thought, and it's all its consequences with non-existent. So the feeling was so good that I almost asked the doctor to administer a second or third dose. Anyway, yeah, crazy. So the question I asked myself was, if temporary unconsciousness feels that good, so what about permanent unconsciousness? I'm just asking. I don't know. Death, I think, is the epitome of calm. Right. The very best respite you can get from existence. Right. So in actual fact, my friend's indifference, his carefree attitude towards his posthumous legacy taught me something. You've got to live. You've got to really just learn how to be. You can't keep obsessing about stuff that doesn't matter. Contemplate death not as the enemy, just as a reminder to be fully present. Don't let the weight of life keep you from living. You must learn how to find peace in the fleeting nature of existence and make the most of the time you have, because why the cemetery might be the richest place in the world, but you're here and now, like this present moment, that's totally priceless. Okay, look, I'm not trying to dismiss the importance of living a purposeful life. I'm not trying to negate the utility in being driven and being passionate about something and being a long-term thinker and being all these things that drive us forward as a human species. My sense is that we should learn how to strike a balance, a healthy balance between present and future. What you have now, really appreciating what you have now, and what you desire for the future. I think we spend so much time obsessing over the past, fearing death, planning obsessively, even though we know deep down to the core of our bones that disappointment is inevitable. But the question I ask myself is why? Not even the next second is guaranteed to any of us. According to some sensor statistics, I'm not sure about the exact number, but I think about 6,000 people die every hour. So you can do the math and you know exactly how many people die every single minute. Life is fleeting. Work as hard as you can for your dreams every single day. Tell the people who've been there for you and who've been good to you. Tell them you love them and tell them how much you appreciate them. Be expressive. And this is advice to you, or this is a message to you just as much as it is a message to me. Even more so a message to me, because I struggle with these things. It's a continuous struggle. It's just something I fight on a daily basis. Let me know what you think in the comments section, what you feel when you think about your death, if you ever think about it. Was my friend's perspective a bit too careless or apathetic or just plain wrong? And please subscribe if you want to help the channel. I'm still very young in my YouTube journey, and so I think a sub to the channel would be very much appreciated. Click the subscribe button, and that really is going to continue to motivate me to keep going and to keep being real with you and authentic. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.